Okay, so hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be doing a stoner review of where I live, in fact. So I live in one of these big student accommodations. They're run by a company called Unite. Not exactly cheap. Um, I live in a particularly unsavoury area as well. I live in Tottenham Hale in the UK. I don't know if most of you will know, I suppose. 2 years ago we had a really quite brutal riot that swept its way across the country, and it originated from about 100 meters from my front door. So this is a crazy story. There was a um, a man who was accused at one point of killing a police officer in London, one of the Met police officers. And he was travelling at some point near my building. Anyway, obviously the inquest is still going on at the moment, but the police supposedly thought that he was key to the murder of one of their police officers. They pulled the car over anyway, and they unlawfully killed him. Essentially, is what happened. Just to finish that up. So so that's kind of like the area that I live in is gangs and all that. It's not really like, to be honest, when I first moved here, it was a bit of a culture shock. I lived in Cambridge for most of my life, so when I moved into London and I moved into Tottenham and I started walking around the place, it was a little bit of a culture shock. But I've lived here for about 18 months now, and I've got to say I love it. I can't imagine living anywhere else now. Whereas I used to live in Cambridge and there's fields and everybody's happy and everybody's like, there's barely any crime at all. I much prefer being here, to be honest with you. Everything's a lot more interesting. And I would honestly say that Tottenham's not that rough, even though it has the highest crime rates, one of the highest crime rates in London. Um, I honestly don't think it's that bad. I've lived here for 18 months, and yeah, like you see like small things happening, and like I think it's just built up a name for itself there. It doesn't really deserve, but um, yeah. The thing is though, I live in quite a closeted area. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll show you. Um, but this is kind of the building that I live in. You guys can't really see this. This is dark. That building over there is kind of where the riot started, essentially. So. Um, but yeah, so I mean, it could be a nice area. It could be a nice area, but it's not too bad. Yeah, my friends live dotted around London as well. So Hackney seems to have a bit of a bad name for itself. But I honestly don't think it's that bad. I think it's how you conduct yourself in these areas. I mean, if you're getting involved in drugs and getting involved in crime and all that kind of thing, then it's going to follow you. Absolutely going to follow you. I'm a criminology student at London Metropolitan University, and I can tell, like, I 18 months living in the city, and there was a girl had a laptop robbed out of her flat. Well, and that's about all I've seen. Apart of, like, obviously, lots of drug dealing goes on. See that all the time, but it's for small things. It's not for what you think it is. It's always just small amounts of weed and that kind of thing. So